belts. You know, it's, I've done a lot of movies. I've done 23 movies in my career. And I just finished one called The Expendables 2 months ago in Bulgaria. And playing a heroic image is fine, but I want you to know who my true heroes are. And it's men like Mr. Loja here and all the other Kickstart instructors that are teaching for our program. Very special people, and we've been doing this now for 19 years. So some of them have been with me for 19 years. And we started with one school in Houston, 150 students. And in this 19 years, we've grown to 6,500 students. And we have graduated 70,000 students over the last 19 years. Many of them have gone on to college. It was amazing. We had a little fundraiser here a while back, and a CEO from a major corporation here in Houston walked up to me, and he says, I told my executive vice president that I was going to a Kickstart Kids fundraising event. And his executive vice president looks at him and says, I'm a graduate of Kickstart Kids. And he said, it flabbergasted him because she had never mentioned her involvement in this program, but then she mentioned to him how it influenced her life and helped her set goals that she wanted to accomplish. And that's really what this program is all about, is setting goals and overcoming all the obstacles that will get in your way. Believe me, they will. In my whole life, as a martial arts fighter and instructor, I had many obstacles to overcome. As an actor, I had many, many obstacles to overcome, but I was determined and persistent to stick with it until I was able to overcome the last obstacle en route to that success. And all of you, believe me, all of you have that opportunity to be anything you want to be. It's just a matter of focusing on what it is you want, having the determination and the consistency not to give up. That's really the key to success. I was looking for a new executive director to run Kickstart Kids. And as I was thinking about it, I kept thinking about this person who has really been leading our program from the back, anonymously, just kind of quiet in the back there, but really keeping me on track of what I needed to do. And sometimes when I'd say something, that person would say, you should really rethink that now, you know. And so I thought, well, it's time for this person to take the lead. And that person is my wife, Gena. When I asked Gena to take over the leadership, I said, your salary will be $1 a year. Before taxes. But no, that's not a joke. That's what you're saying. But anyway, I'd like my wife to say a few words.
You're very kind. No, we really are excited tonight. Thank you so much for all of you coming out tonight and being here to celebrate tonight with your kids. We're super excited for you all. And one of the things that we've been able to share at some of the bell ceremonies over the last couple of weeks is that we've partnered with Rachel's Challenge. For any of you that are not familiar with Rachel, she was the first girl that was killed, or the first person actually was killed in the Columbine shooting 10 years ago. And Rachel had a lot of wonderful philosophies that we've incorporated into our own values curriculum that the students take during the week. They have learned about her life, and Rachel believed at a very young age that she was going to die at a young age, but she also believed that a simple act of kindness could change the world. And when she was 11 years old, after she was killed, her parents had pulled back her armoire in her bedroom. And she, at 11 years old, had traced her hand on the back of that armoire, and it said, "This is the hand of Rachel Joy Scott, who will one day touch the lives of millions of people." And so it has been today. She, no matter where she would be, she would always extend kindness to anybody that she would meet, whether it would be at home or in the classroom or on the school campus. Rachel was always extending acts of kindness. Have you guys been learning about Rachel in your values curriculum? She was awesome, wasn't she? Yeah. We had our first testimonial at the beginning of the year with an instructor up in Dallas. He had a student in his classroom, unbeknownst to him, had been bullying another boy just relentlessly. And the other boy wasn't a KickStart Kids student. But when he heard Rachel's story, he was so touched and so convicted in his heart that he went to the boy that he'd been bullying and asked for forgiveness. He said he was sorry. He asked for forgiveness, and then he asked if they could be friends. And the little boy, he was so thankful to know that he wasn't going to be picked on anymore. He said, "I'm really glad to know that." He said, "Because I was going to go home and I was going to get my dad's gun and I was going to kill myself." So, well, we're all glad to know that that didn't happen. But I believe that through Rachel's story that 2 lives were changed that day. The boy that was bullying would have carried that guilt with him for the rest of his life, and obviously the other little boy met a new friend, and he would have lost his life, but he made a new friend that day. So you guys have the most incredible opportunity to impact everybody around you, and we're just so grateful to see that happen. And what my husband said about the instructors, they're on the front lines every day, and we truly consider it the greatest privilege and honor in the whole world. It's our life's mission to just be there to serve them any way that we can, and that together we're a team, together everyone can achieve more. So thank you all very much.
Besides God, our family, you're our priority. That's our whole mission in life is our KickStart program. And just over the years, watching our kids go to high school and then to college, and then become successful in their own right in the world, has just been the most gratifying thing that we could ever imagine. And I'm sure we'll see the same thing with all of you.
Parents and the school administrators, and to you, Mr. Heinzen, thank you so much for fighting for our program. We really appreciate you, sir.
We have a couple of students who would like to say a few words about their experiences in KickStart. Would Isela Hernandez come forward, please?